Hey there, and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video, we're going to be talking about how much Ravencoin do you need to be a millionaire. Let's go. Okay, welcome back to the channel. Put out a poll on Twitter the other day asking if the Ravencoin community or anybody else wanted me to do a video on how much Ravencoin you need to become a millionaire. And majority had said yes, and also in some of my comments on some of my Ravencoin videos, I had people telling me that they'd like me to do that as well. So here we are. Ravencoin, how much do you need to become a millionaire? And that is all really based off of where you bought in. Now, I've been kind of a part of the Ravencoin community for a little while now, so I do know that there are people stacking their RVN at low prices down in here. And I know that there were people that bought up here. And so it really all depends on, you know, where you're at on your average price. But I do believe that there is some massive moves in store. And if you're looking at my chart right now, you can see kind of where my price targets are taking me. But let's kind of go over it and see, is it really realistic to think that Ravencoin can get to these price targets? If you've been watching my videos, you know kind of where I've been kind of guessing where they're going to go to. But let's kind of break it down a little bit. So there is one thing I was trying to find some info on, and I do know that somebody is going to help me out in the comments because there's somebody in the Ravencoin community that knows a lot more about this than I do. But I was trying to figure out, so I was looking at the circulating supply, and that's sitting at 12 billion right now, and the max supply is 21 billion, so there's 58% circulating at the moment. Where's the other 42%? I was trying to figure out their release date or if what's going on with that. So I know that somebody that's smarter than me in the Ravencoin community will have that. But as of right now, I mean, I don't know that that really makes that much of a difference, unless the only reason why that would make a difference is if that 42% is going to get pushed out onto the market within the next few years. If it's not, then it makes no sense, or it doesn't make a difference to my price predictions. But if it is going to get pushed out, then it will make a major difference to my price predictions. So just keep that in mind. So if somebody's got that info down in the comments, if it's in the future, no worries. Then if it's tomorrow, this is all not gonna matter. But if you've been following my channel, Ravencoin's been doing this triangle pattern here for a very, very long time. Ever since we had that massive run up back in the last bull run of 2021, where Ravencoin from this bottom right here went up 2,655%, which is a pretty good move. I personally think that that's going to be coming. That kind of a move could be coming soon. If you've been watching my videos, you'll understand why. But let's kind of go over some price targets here. Obviously, the first price target is going to be around the previous all-time high, around almost 29 cents. That is my very first price target. And that brings us, if we were to get there again, that brings the current market cap is sitting at 377 million-ish, somewhere around there. The previous market cap of the all-time high was at 1.9 billion. And throughout this video, I'm going to also, towards the end, give a comparison. Another crypto that I don't think Ravencoin's going to do what the other crypto did, but it gives us kind of a comparison of, you know, potentials. So the previous all-time high market cap was at 1.9 billion. Now that is not that in the crypto world, that is like nothing. 1.9 billion is a very low cap coin, especially in a bull market. So if that was the peak market cap for Ravencoin, there is so much more potential for this to go higher, in my opinion. And one of the reasons why one of the biggest reasons that I think Ravencoin has a very good chance to go higher is, now this might catch me some flack, but Ravencoin is not does not, how am I going to word this where I'm not going to get eaten up in the comments? If you look at what other cryptos are doing, Ravencoin is not in the same category. And the only reason why I say this is not because Ravencoin can't do what these other cryptos are doing, the higher market cap cryptos. It's that their reach in those specific areas is not as high as those other cryptos. Ravencoin doesn't, I mean, since I've been kind of really doing my due diligence in Ravencoin, transactions are cheap, they're fast. The NFT space is very strong in the Ravencoin community. There's a whole lot going on in the Ravencoin community that nobody outside the Ravencoin community knows about, is I guess what I'm trying to say here. And I mean, don't take that if you're in the community as like a negative. It's just, you have a great product. It's like when you have a great product, but your marketing is not reaching your target market, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So Ravencoin does have it's a fantastic project. It's got a great community behind it. And I've definitely found that out since I've been making Ravencoin videos. So definitely appreciate the Ravencoin community. Whether my price predictions are right or wrong here, you know, I've been really enjoying communicating with all of you. And so let's just kind of see if we can make some money. So, okay. 1.9 billion was the previous market. I do believe that is definitely possible during this next run. From where we currently sit to get back up there, you're looking at a 833 to, I mean, what is that? 843% move, roughly, something like that. I mean, that, even if we just got back to the all-time high, that's fantastic. Now, if Ravencoin never reaches a new all-time high, I do believe that my lowest price target for Ravencoin would be at this 1618, or I'm sorry, the 618 fib right here, which is sitting at 18.5 cents. That would be a technical analysis retracement back to the 618 and then a rejection. And that would bring us back down. Now, that would be my very lowest price target for Ravencoin, is 18.5 cents. And that's just if, you know, Ravencoin can never regain that strength that it had before to get back up to the previous all-time high. And the reason why I say that is actually, I mean, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's going to happen, but it is a possibility that we need to look at. The 18.5 cents level, the reason why I think that is a possibility we need to look at is because of what happened with Ethereum. I think that's a really big component of this. The Ethereum merge happened back here. And this is when I was actually given my original price targets to get up to like $1.60. Now that obviously didn't play out because we got a major rejection and my triangle pattern got changed, which is why I'm not a huge fan of patterns and trend support lines and whatnot. I'm more into the fibs, which is, if you watch my videos, you'll see that we're holding the 786 Fibonacci down here twice, which is telling me that that's a pretty good sign. But because of what happened right here when I was in a state of, this is the make or break for the Ravencoin right there. If the Ethereum merge had an effect on other coins that were mining coins in a good way, then I would have expected that to break out and we would have made an all-time high already, which is what I was talking about in my previous videos back then, is that was the spot that we needed to break above firmly, and obviously we didn't do that. We had that massive rejection wick right there, brought us down, and then even brought us further down. And so that would be, in my opinion, the only reason why Ravencoin might not reach a new all-time high is if mining coins are more or less dead. Not dead, but they're not going to be getting as much gains as we saw in the last cycle and in previous cycles in the past. I don't think that's going to happen. My personal opinion is I don't think that's going to happen, but that is something we do need to pay attention to. But I do still think, even if mining coins don't get the same kind of run that they had in the last run, I still think that the 18.5 cent level is very likely. Now, I also think that now I'll get to my other price targets here. I actually didn't put down the market cap of what it would be at 18.5 cents, but it's less than 1.9 billion. So if it's, well, it would be around $1 billion then. So half of whatever that is. So roughly around $1 billion. So after we break that 618 fib, that's when we really need to start getting excited for the rest of the move, because even above that 618 fib, that's a retracement fib, you still have a potential to get another 526% move out of Ravencoin to the upside. Now, I know there's going to be people in the comments thinking that my price predictions are crazy here, but that's okay. I'm trying to give a balanced opinion on this price prediction. I do think that if you don't think we're breaking out of this wedge here, and then that means you think that Ravencoin is either going to zero, or you think it's just going to go sideways, ranging between 1 cent and 7 cents for the rest of its existence. And with the strength of the Ravencoin community, I just don't see that happening. And the utility, actually. I was really impressed. I'm not a big NFT guy, but it was super easy for me to use the Ravenist. Ravenist. It's in my description. Shout out to them and Just NFTs. And little plug here. April 16th and 17th, there's a Ravenist, there's a Just NFTs blockchain business event going on in Salt Lake City. I will not be going. I'm just going to put that out there. I do like Salt Lake City. I have friends there. But yeah, if you're interested and you're in the area, check it out. Okay, there's my plug. I'm not getting paid for that plug either. Just was asked if I could help support it, and I do. So there you go. Where was I? Lost my train of thought. Anyway, then if you don't think we're breaking out of this wedge, that means you think we're just going to go sideways or we're going to zero. And I just don't think that's going to happen. So next price target is right up here at the 1618 fib. Now, you all know me. I'm a 1272 fib kind of guy. But when it comes to macro investing, I think the 1618 and the 4236 are the big targets here. Now, also, I should also point out that my fibs, if I open them up, I've taken them off the log scale. I like to do this. This is just what I like to do. You can do it any other way. I'm also on the log scale for the chart, but I'm off the log scale for the fib. That's just the way I do my charting. Everybody has their own way. I just tend to see that the 4236 gets hit a lot more in this way. Now, it's also really a coincidence, which this is the first time I noticed it, because when I started to do this video, I put my fib on, I changed everything up the way I like it, and then I realized that my arrow here from my breakout target, it lines up perfectly here with my total price target, which I didn't notice that until just now. So there we go. That's also lining up nicely as well. And I am curious, now that we're talking about this, from the very bottom of this possible potential W pattern forming here. And let's do a conservative take. Where does that put us? Price. Okay, that brings us up to my first price target, basically. If we do a conservative run from this point right here, it basically brings us up to, 16.5, but 18.5 would be my target there for whatever. But if we do a more aggressive price target and bring us to the top of this possible W, that actually brings us closer to my second price target. So there's a lot of confluence going on in this chart for Ravencoin, which I like to see. Now, if we do reach this next price target, which is sitting at 45 cents, no, obviously the first price target, the second price target is the previous all-time high, but then we go up to 45 cents. That brings us to a market cap of $5.5 billion. And I mean, again, for the crypto market, $5.5 billion is like pennies to the crypto market cap. So, I mean, that is definitely doable, in my opinion. If you think that Ravencoin can't reach 45 cents, I mean, there were dumb coins that were easily over $1 billion in the last run, easily. And even Ravencoin got to just about 2 billion in the last run. So add another 3.5 billion to that. I think that's definitely a possibility. That brings us to 45 cents from the very bottom down here to that price target. That's a 13, almost 1400% move. Pretty good. Now you might be asking, why do I use these fibs for my price targets? Well, if you don't have any price action, meaning you don't have any history of price, there's not really much you can do but just guess, which is what we're doing right now anyways. We are guessing. But if there's no previous price history to find some kind of support, some kind of resistance, some kind of something going on, then all you have are Fibonacci's and that's what I use anyways. There could be other tools out there, but I don't know of them, or I can't think of them off the top of my head. But Fibonacci's are, I mean, you can see in all price action, the Fibonacci's have some kind of reaction in the prices themselves. So that's really how you can find price past its previous all-time high of where you think that it might go, and it's usually fairly accurate. You can just look at other coins in history, and those coins, you can see that the fibs, using those for price predictions tends to come true. So then obviously this takes us to my final price target, which is at the 4236 here, which is sitting at $1.17 roughly. And from the very bottom, or from where we're at currently to that price, you're looking at a 3,600% gain in value. Now, I know that if you're accumulating Ravencoin down in these prices here, you're going to be pretty happy with that move. The confluence between all this stuff is just mind-boggling to me, where I had this, this arrow here for a long time with this triangle pattern. And then it just so happens to hit my price target almost perfectly, which is pretty interesting. And you can see that we had this previous price action over here, and we really just, after this massive move, we just came down to retest that price action, and it's just telling me that we're just gearing up, in my opinion, for another big move to the upside, something similar to this. And if this bull market, this next bull cycle is larger than the next one, or than the previous one, which I think it will be, because now more people are getting into crypto. Every year, more people get into crypto. It just means that we did what was this again? There to there. 2,600% move. Now from here to here, 6,400% move. I think that's from the very bottom to the top there. I think that is definitely a possibility. Now, that if we get up to that 117, 118, actually I put down for 115, $1.15 price, that would bring our market cap up to almost 14 billion. So 13,980,000,000 and so on. And again, I can't stress this enough. 14 billion seems like a lot of money, but in comparison to the crypto market, 14 billion is nothing again. And here's my comparison. Now, when I did a Jasmy video for how much Jasmy do you need to be a millionaire, I compared it to Cardano, and I'm going to do it again. Cardano hovered around $2 billion market cap before the massive run. I'm not going to put a chart up here. I'm just going to talk. Cardano hovered around 2 billion before in market cap, before it went on its massive run all the way up to $92 billion. I don't think Ravencoin's going to do that, unfortunately. But just to show you the kind of possibilities that you can have And the reason why I'm using this is because, like I said before, Ravencoin's previous high market cap was 2 billion. That was right here. So if you don't think that Ravencoin, or any other coin for that matter, can go from a $377 million market cap to a $14 billion market cap, just look at what Cardano did. Now, obviously, Cardano had a major hype run. But then look at it now. It's down to 14 billion again, is its current market cap, sitting around 14 billion. And so it went from 2 billion to 92 billion, and then all the way back down to 14 billion. Ravencoin has gone from, 250 million roughly to 1.9 billion to 2 billion, and now back down to 377 million. And I still think that the next move could bring us up to to at least a $5.5 billion market cap at this first price target at 45 cents. And then after that, moving up to the 14 billion, I still think that that's possible. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for these price targets because people don't think that that is likely, but I've been in the crypto market for quite a while now, and I've seen coins. I was just looking at Shiba Inu, and I was going to try and use Shiba Inu as a comparison for market cap and price action, and it just, Shiba Inu wasn't a good comparison because it just went absolutely insane. It just goes to show that coins with basically zero utility, like Shiba Inu, can just go on massive runs. And then you've got coins like Ravencoin that has a lot of utility, and it has a great community behind it. So it can go on a massive run too. So I'm going to kind of just finish this up because my voice is getting raw here, and I don't want to have to cut out too much of this video if I ended up cutting that coughing out anyways. If you don't hear me coughing, it's because I cut it out of the video. Anyway, so yeah, those are kind of my price targets. We're looking at, I got 4 different targets here for us. The most bearish target would be that 18.5 cents. And then all the way up to $1.15 to $1.20 for the most bullish price target. Now, can it go past that? Yeah, I think it could, depending on, the state of the crypto market. Now, if we get some massive crypto adoption or some massive crypto news, these could just be, these price targets can not play out, and we might even go higher. But to be conservative and be realistic and to give different options, I wanted to give you guys 4 different price targets that I have of possibilities, and I think that at least one of these is definitely a possibility to happen. I would give it a 90% chance possibility unless something really crazy happens. So anyway, these are my price predictions for Ravencoin. If you like these kind of videos, let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. If you think I'm crazy, let me know. That's fine. If you got a different opinion, let me know, and maybe I'll look into it. Yeah, leave me some comments. Let me know. Leave a like on this video, too. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, if you got any other coins that you want me to do a price prediction, how much you need to be a millionaire kind of video, leave those in the comments as well, and I'll see if I can take a look at those. I'm trying to build up my content here on my channel here going forward. Yeah, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.